Jon Gruden, he messed up, man. And he said some incredibly bad things. And he wants to get back in coaching. This is a guy, his whole life, his whole career. Like, if he can't coach, I don't know how much longer he's around the world. You know what I mean? Like that type of, and I can see that and sense that from him. The way he's pushing this and the way he's framed it from the very beginning, there's absolutely no way that he's on an email chain with all of these different owners and coaches in the league, and he's the only talking like that. That just doesn't happen in life.
Oh, no. I agree with you.
That doesn't happen in life. You just don't have... I know there's always the one guy in the group that makes like, whatever, crazy jokes that probably shouldn't be said.
Yeah.
But there's somebody or somebody's that's joining him in this. Now, I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Like, okay, so why do they pick Jon Gruden out of this group? Maybe because there's a lot of owners in that group, and who's going to out an owner? I don't know the reason. But I know that in the way he's pushing, that there's some other stuff on there. Last week, Jon Gruden got a win in court. Okay. Did you see this? Did you hear about this?
Not
all right. So basically what happened was Jon Gruden is, of course, fighting the NFL. You know that.
Yeah.
Over the messages, emails, text messages where he was he calling out everybody, calling out the gays, the blacks, women, all of that stuff.
Just being a true MAGA icon.
And so just last week, in a stunning 5-2 decision, the Nevada Supreme Court ruled Gruden's lawsuit can't be forced into arbitration, which is what the NFL wanted. So rejecting the NFL's push to keep it behind closed doors. So Jon Gruden wanted this out in the open, okay? Now, because Gruden's 2021 suit accuses the league of malicious campaign to leak his emails and force his Raiders' resignation. This is the thing, all right? And we talked about this a lot, especially when it was actually happening. Jon Gruden, he fucked up. He messed up, man. He said some incredibly bad things. And he wants to get back in coaching. This is a guy, his whole life, his whole career. Like, if he can't coach, I don't know how much longer he's around the world. You know what I mean? Like that type of, and I can see that and sense that from him.
Yeah.
I know. The way he's pushing this and the way he's framed it from the very beginning, there's absolutely no way that he's on an email chain with all of these different owners and coaches in the league, and he's the only motherfucker talking like that. That just doesn't happen in life.
Oh, no. I agree with you.
That doesn't happen in life. You just don't have... I know there's always the one guy in the group that makes like, whatever, crazy jokes that probably shouldn't be said.
Yeah.
But there's somebody or somebody's that's joining him in this. Now, I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Like, okay, so why do they pick Jon Gruden out of this group? Maybe because there's a lot of owners in that group, and who's going to fucking out an owner? I don't know the reason. But I know that in the way he's pushing, that there's some other stuff on there. Now, what is the NFL going to do? Because he's told them that, and nobody else has been removed. So what is I don't know what happens with the NFL and with those particular people when that does come to light. And then when that does come to light, how does that help Jon Gruden?
It doesn't. Okay, the legal victory is a tactical, not a substantive victory.
Okay.
Because it basically says we're going to do this in a court in front of a jury. So his argument was, I didn't consent to an arbitration. I want my day in court, due process, whatever. And the court agreed with that. And I'm not necessarily surprised by that.
Okay.
But it's a tactical win because now you have, instead of a closed arbitration proceeding that would basically be testimony and documents exchanged, to a committee of arbitrators or single arbitrator who then sits back, reviews everything, and makes a decision. You're exactly right. Now it's potentially public. Now there could be courtroom testimony of what was said, introduction of perhaps unredacted emails or text messages that indicate what other people said, and so forth. And so it's a tactical victory, not a substantive victory. The substantive part of this is that he said what he said. whether he's, somebody's kind of doing it with him. Basically, that means we have two assholes instead of one. That's all that means.
Yeah.
Like for me, he's guilty. He should not be coaching
Ever again.
Yeah, ever again. Why?
He said. I know he says some stuff.
Okay, you're in a sport that's 70% black, and this is who you are.
I will say to the black thing though, and don't get me wrong. Let me just go ahead and say it. He was dissing DeMorris Smith. The jokes he was making were racist jokes, but he's just clowning DeMorris Smith. He's not clowning. And damn, I know it's tough because it's a racist joke, and I would be pissed if a white guy said the same racist joke about me, and I would want him fired and whatever. So right. I understand that part, but it's like I don't believe just off and the problem is he said a bunch of other shit, right. But just on the black piece alone. I think that he's okay to return from coaching after a while, but the problem is
that's not the only thing.
It wasn't the only thing.
Here's what you have to think about too. When you take like an isolated joke on a specific person, like that joke is a product of his mind.
Yeah.
And if his mind goes to that space,
whenever
that's telling you what he is.
The first time a black person, it pisses you off, you're gonna go to a racist place in your brain.
And again, when it's beyond just black, and he's kind of tearing at other people.
Yeah.
At the end of it, like, we need to be okay excluding these people from the mainstream of society. It's okay,
but
they're not good people.
You know what I think he will? You know what I think he will do? He may spin this to like his time at court. He may just try to spin this into all, jokes. And and comedians make these same type of jokes on these different entities that he did: the women, the gays, the blacks, all of that. He's going down the line with them all. And because like the DeMorris thing was an actual joke. The premise, the way it's set up, the lips and whatever, like he was making a joke. He put LOL, all of that. So I wonder, will that make a difference just in court? Not about him getting, but all of this is centered around him wanting to coach again. So you can't really separate that. Because if he wins the case but never able to coach again, what does that matter to him? Like he's trying to coach again.
He's suing for money too.
Yeah.
So sue for monetary damage.
He'll probably get the money anyway.
Yeah. Well, with this decision, it increases the likelihood that there's a monetary settlement.
Yeah, he'll probably get some money anyway.
Because if the NFL truly doesn't want, whatever else,
drag this out.
So it's not even dragging out. If they don't want live court testimony or unredacted communications to be seen
by his owners. Yeah. Because what if it's two owners of teams? No matter how good or bad the teams are, but that's trouble.
That's it.
You get a Donald Sterling type of situation.
Well, I literally was just thinking of Donald Sterling. It's like we have to be okay excluding people that hold these beliefs.
Yeah.
Like you don't belong in the industry if this is what you're.
No, I'm not mad at that. I guess I'm just not mad either way. But
I mean, this is how we get the idiots that we have now.
Yeah.
You just like low key accept all this, and it's just a joke, and these were the times, and this and that. Like, no, this is who you are, and it's kind of crazy. And the other guy that put his foot in his mouth the other day was Bruce Pearl. And he went on some rant about calling like Obama a divisive figure. And here you are coaching a 90% black college basketball team. Yeah. That's your take?
Yeah.
That's where division started?
Well, that was just unwanted information again. He just didn't have to. I don't know if somebody asked him.
Didn't have to say it, but you revealed who you are. Mm-hmm. And if Auburn decides to move on from Bruce Pearl, I'm totally happy with it.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
You just don't need those guys.
Yeah. And probably also shows he's a Republican, probably.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely shows that, so that he's on my list. But just beyond that, like, you're saying something that's just not true.
Yeah.
That it's baseless. It's untimely. Obama hasn't been president in over 13 years at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
what's that about?
Talk about time flies. You sure about that?
Oh no, I'm sorry, 2015.
Okay. Yeah.
So 10 years.
Yeah, but still, like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, 8, 12, so 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's
I wouldn't
again,
have guessed that if it was on the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy. I mean, that's just what it is with these guys. So I say run them all out.
Yeah.
Fire them, don't hire them, move on.
All right. I'm with you. Got to be with you when you're right.